We thick. What up, friendo? What's up, everybody? Good morning, good morning. What it do? Happy Sunday, man. What up, Chess? How's life, man? Sorry for the late start this morning, guys. Whew, I'm struggling, boy. I'm on a struggle bus this morning. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I'm moving slow, baby. I didn't want to get out of bed. I need about 2 more gallons of coffee. You know what I mean? My hair, what about it, dude? What up? Is it bad? Is my hair bad? Is it bad, dude? What's up? Looking slay. Yo, thanks, dude. Yeah, my hair's wild right now. I got a haircut coming up. It's a little bit long. It's a little bit long. It takes a minute to get done, dude. Yeah, thanks, dude. Yo, appreciate the compliment, man. Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of does what it does right now. It's a little bit long. It's kind of wild. Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah. These are my tentacles, man. These are my tentacles. I've got a big Kraken tattoo on my chest, dog. My entire chest is covered in a big Kraken tattoo. In the Discord channel in the art section. Here, I'll pull it up. I'll show you. Yeah, check it out. This is my torso. Octopus is my favorite character. Or favorite animal. See, that's how tired I am, dude. This is my torso right here. Check it out. I'll pull this up for you. So I got a couple of different ones. I'll show you that one. Show you that one. Oh yeah, dude, I got an amount. I'm not like covered or anything. My torso's covered. I'll show you real quick before we start the news. I'll give you a bit of a look at the tattoos. But yeah, man, yeah. I've I gotten tattoos a long time ago. When I was a little bit younger, long time ago when I was a little bit younger. Matched that up. And then right before I started streaming, man, we moved. We made some life changes. We moved closer to some family. My wife and I hadn't lived close to family for a long time. I found a new tattoo artist and I went big, dude. I got a big tattoo. Check it out. That's my torso. So these guys I already had, and there's a side piece I already had, but my entire chest piece, everything else was done about 2 years ago now. Yeah, so that's my chest, my torso tattoo. You know? Yeah. So I like the tentacles, bruh. I like the tentacles, you know? And oh yeah, thanks, man. Yeah. So this is actually these 2 pieces, like I said, those are really old. Those are really old, and but these 2 and that are actually pieces of artwork based off of a very famous artist named MC Escher. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, those are this is a very famous. I love art. I'm not very good at art, but I love art. This is my favorite artist, MC Escher, dude. MC Escher. Give a little bit of some art knowledge here, man. This is MC Escher. MC Escher was a very, very famous artist. He was really, really talented. He did all kinds of crazy stuff. If you've ever seen this kind of art where images kind of flowed together to create, like, you see these birds go forwards and backwards and stuff. He also did like this kind of stuff where he would draw his own image. He would draw his own image. So in this kind of glass ball, he drew his own image. He drew his hands drawing each other, like right here. He was a very, very good artist. Yeah, he was really gnarly. But this is my favorite piece of art of all time. And that's him actually, he drew his own eye. And in the reflection, obviously, of his eye, he put a skull in there. And it's supposed to, you know, a lot of people have taken it to represent different things. I've always taken it as a representation of, you know, I think that in a lot of ways we all have to experience death. You know what I mean? In life, we have to approach death in life, and we all are always approaching our own demise in some form or fashion. You know what I mean? And it's always been one of my favorite pieces of artwork. So it was appropriate that I had known for a long time I wanted that to be the big centerpiece of a tattoo at some point. And so I finally did it, man. And yeah, so I think that if you dig this kind of art, man, definitely look into MC Escher. He was amazing. He's very renowned in the art community and art world, and he did a lot of these kinds of things where houses would be turned like kind of inside out, staircases go in all kinds of ways, and just very, very good artist, dude. He was really, really good. So now we can get into video gaming news. Let's do it. Yeah, very good. If you like that kind of art, you should. If you've never heard of Salvador Dali as well, Dali has a bit of a. He was very eccentric. Dali had a bit of a weird, and even maybe some. I don't know all of Dali's kind of history and stuff, but he maybe had some areas of contention in his life that people don't necessarily like about him and stuff. But he was a very good artist. If you look up Salvador Dali had some incredible pieces of artwork. If you like art, man, and this kind of like abstract kind of, Dali painted his dreams and stuff. You can see this kind of noise, you know, really, really wild stuff. Very good artist. Very, very abstract, wild kind of stuff, man. Yeah, really, really gnarly. So I don't know, maybe put somebody on the path of appreciating that form of art. You know what I mean? I think art is something that if you're a video game, I mean, I'll push this into video games, because I think that if you're a lover of video games, you have to be a lover of art. I've elaborated on this to an extent quite often. Very, very good video games quite often bring together many different great forms of art, you know, whether it be great writing and literature that people create to put it into bringing forth amazing narratives and lore for the stories that we dive into, or great music, you know, obviously the worlds we dive into with graphically that are brought to us through the amazing different kinds of art that these artists are being able to bring to us visually. There's a lot of different great styles of art that come together to bring us these immersive, amazing pieces of storytelling that we love so much, you know. And so I think that you know, if you love video games, whether you realize it or not, I think that there's got to be something in there about most of us that is also some, for at least a modicum of an art lover as well, you know, in its many forms and fashions, for sure. Let's see what we got for video gaming news. What you guys think? Let's see what we got. Yeah, no doubt, dude. Usually Sundays will be a little bit bleak on the news front, but we'll pull what we can, and that's all right. That just means we usually get into playing games a little bit faster than we normally would. That's all right, man. How's your day going, Ches? What's up, man? What's new, friendo? We talked about this already. If you haven't seen the games that have been nominated for the Video Game Hall of Fame this year, man, it's a list of bangers. Jeez. An incredible list of games. Still studying? No, it's good, dude. Yeah, you keep it up. It'll be over one of these days, dude. I mean, to an extent. To an extent, it'll be over. Feels like most career fields you get into, dude. It's a never-ending list of trainings you need to keep up with, certifications, schooling. You know what I mean? Sucks to suck, dude. I think it's more about embracing the suck, dog. Yeah, not like this, dude, for real. Yeah, you gotta embrace that suck quite often. I'll tell you what, dude. I've had a lot of different careers, but my degree's in IT. I'm an IT guy. I always have been, just like a nerd. I'm a nerd head. I always have been. I take things apart, build computers, you know, that kind of stuff. I like tech, and IT was just naturally something for me to flow into. It made sense, but even in the IT field is incredibly, you know, that's a landscape career-wise that's always changing. It's always evolving, and they want certifications just stacked, dude. Certifications, man. Embrace the suck. Yeah. That's a term that I used to hear in one of my career fields all the time. It was embrace the suck, which meant just, you know, you got to get used to the fact that things are going to be crappy. You know, just embrace the suck. Oh, you're going for IT in college? Word, dude. What are you going for, a specific area of specialization, or are we going for something generalized, or what? If that's what you're going for, dude, be prepared for it. Because whenever you get out of college and you land a job, you know, you'll find out once you start looking for jobs and everything too, certifications are a big deal. They want certifications, dude, which is really just a big racket. Most people pay a ton of money to go to a class for a week called a boot camp, and they basically just give the answers out to people. So people don't really learn anything. But they've got that certification on their resume now, you know. But they might not. Most of the time, people don't even know how to use it. It's ridiculous. AI, oh, word, dude, word. Well, I mean, that's a big area for tech nowadays, isn't it? Probably not a bad idea to get into it. Yeah, it is sad. I mean, but it's been that way for a long time in tech, man. You know, some people know what they're doing. You know, for sure. But then there's a lot of people that, you know, I've managed IT sections, dude. I've had to hire people. I've had to fire people. And I've through the hiring process, dude, I've looked at a lot of resumes. And the funny thing about the IT world is, you know, you'll get these resumes in and it'll be just chock full of like, there'll be a certifications section. What certifications do you have? And you'll see people with just, it'll just be polluted with certifications. And whenever I see people that have that, I'll start pulling questions on them. I'll be like, you know, if I know specific areas of where their certifications lie, I'll start asking them questions. And if they can't answer, I know right away those people don't really know what they're doing with those certifications. And it's like, yeah, you're probably not going to fit in here, dude. You know, it's just, most people just have them for show. It's really weird. It doesn't feel good. But there are a lot of people, a lot of really smart people in the tech industry too, man. I mean, way smarter than I am. I've worked with some absolute flipping geniuses. Just geniuses, dude. Made me feel stupid. And I'm not, you know, I'm a fairly intelligent person. But I've worked with some people in the IT industry that were just head and shoulders above me, boy. Like savants, dude. You know what I mean? Just like savants, man. You know, crazy. Yeah, it was wild, dude. LinkedIn wants to have games on its platform? What? Okay. Man, we're jamming this morning, huh? Maybe I'll just stream too. Yo, I mean, if it's something that interests you, you should try it out. I mean, I'm lucky to be able to do what I do. I've had a number of careers. I've been fortunate. I've had good careers. We were in a position where, you know, again, my wife and I, we had lived away from family, either my family or her family. We'd lived quite a ways away from either family for quite some time. And we just made a big life choice. I had moved up significantly in my career, but we didn't like where we were living. And we never meant to stay there for a long time anyways, but it was good for me career-wise. And so I got my experience. I moved up, and we've just had a talk, and it was like, you know, I think it's time to move on. We both started applying for jobs. My wife landed one first. She's in the medical career field. And after we moved, you know, she had already landed a job. She moved before I did, and then I kind of, you know, tied up all the loose ends we had back home and finalized my job, gave my notice, finished that up, and moved up where we live now. And she's, you know, I'm lucky. I'm married to an amazing lady, man, and I've got an awesome partner in life. And she's always known how much I wanted to try to do something like this, like, you know, content creation and live streaming, and how much I've always liked Twitch and video games too. And so she was like, you know, you've been working for a long time, and now I'm back into the career field stuff. You know, I'm working. We're good money wise. You should just give it a shot. I'm very fortunate, you know. Yeah, I mean, most people don't have that luxury. It's not that we didn't make sacrifices for me to be able to do this, because, you know, we absolutely did. But to have somebody that I share, you know, my life with that is understanding enough, even though my wife is not a nerd. My wife's a geek. She likes books, you know. I owe my wife at some point a massive library. I do, for sure. But we're different kinds of you know, on that spectrum. You know, I'm a video game tech person. She's a book person, but she doesn't necessarily dive into the same kinds of things that I do. But she understands my passion, and she was willing to just push me towards trying to pursue my dream. And I don't think most people have that, you know. And I'm very, very fortunate. Yeah. Grand Theft Auto 6's second trailer rumors explain. Oh, where's Soup at, dude? He's gonna be going nuts. Bashful Wolf, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Happy Sunday, yo. How you been? Doing well. Love to hear it, my friend. That's great. What's the word out of your world, man? What you been up to? Dude, this is such, if you guys haven't seen this, I'll pull it up real quick. If you guys haven't seen the list of games in the that are nominated for the Hall of Fame this year, it's just incredible, dude. It's incredible. Well, they don't even have a picture of it on here. Get out of here. I'll pull up a picture. Hold on. We had it on the previous page. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I appreciate it, Ches. Yeah. I mean, I always hope, you know, I wish the best for all of my friends, community members, stuff like that, you know. I know that's not always the case. We all deal with our ups and downs and everything. But I've been pretty fortunate, man. No doubt about it. And, you know, I wish the same for everybody else to experience that kind of thing, too. The joys of life, you know. They always come with some downsides and everything, too. But, you know, try to focus on the better side of it. If you guys haven't seen this, dude, this is kind of no. I'm not gonna take a lot of time to talk about the video game Hall of Fame stuff, but if you have not seen the games that are nominated this year, it's really, really nuts, dude. Elite, Guitar Hero, Myst, Resident Evil 1, Sim City, Metroid, You Don't Know Jack, Ultima 1, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1, Neopets, Asteroids, dude. Crazy. What's that anyway? What do you mean? Like, what's this? So for like the past, I think this is year number 8 or 9, if that's what you're talking about. This is a video game Hall of Fame, dude. If that's what you're talking about. So this is like established in 2015, right? So this is year 9, I guess. They've done it 8 years now. This will be year 9, where it basically, yeah, they've every year they're doing this now, where video games are being nominated into the Hall of Fame. There's a lot of different categories. I'll link this to you. We've already touched on it, so I'm not gonna deep dive into this. Basically, what it comes down to is you can even vote on this. You can vote yourself. The public can vote. What it comes down to is these games are all basically nominated on the premise of not only what they've done for video games, but the effect they've had potentially on culture as well. There's a lot of different areas where they it's not just video games and the gaming community itself, but culture and everything too, right? So these games get nominated, and there's going to be about 3 of these games. I think, what's the date for the announcing who gets in? There's like 3 of them. Does it say here? I don't know if it says in this one. I've got a better link in our video gaming news channel, the Discord, where we covered this a few days ago. That'll give you better links. But it's basically, there'll be about 3 of these games that get inducted into the Video Game Hall of Fame for this year. This is a really tough selection right here. But that's basically what it is, man. Like any kind of sport or anything, you know what I mean? Where you get like that class of players that comes available that's been retired for a while now, and you know what I mean? They get voted on for who's going to be in the Hall of Fame and stuff like that. It's kind of the same way. It's becoming the same way with video games, man, you know? And which is a great celebration of video gaming history as well, and it's appropriate. There's a lot of banger games that have been iconic and defining and you know, have really paved the way for what we have now and experience now as far as video gaming goes, and so to really, I guess, show love and respect and immortalize some of these games for what they were and always will be for the gaming industry. It's awesome to see that they've started doing this, you know, in my opinion anyways. There's a lot of great games that are up for nomination this year, man. It's crazy. LinkedIn wants games on their website. Okay. yeah, dude. Yeah. Last year was a bit of a rough take, though. GoldenEye 007 was a nominee, and myself and a lot of other people thought there was no way it wouldn't be inducted, and it didn't get inducted, which was weird. Kind of odd. Dragon's Dogma 2, everybody. Dragon's Dogma 2 will be starting for us this coming week. Is it releasing on... So here's the weird thing. Let me pull this up. It was originally slated for March 22nd, which would have been Friday, right? Now it's saying March 21st, which is Thursday. Oh, good, dude. Yeah. I mean, that's a big part of why I do what I do, man. I just love the industry, man. I like to try and help educate people as well as promote a healthier industry for all of us, man. That's what it's about, you know? Yeah, broaden. Yeah. Yep. Broaden. Yep. With the N, the second one. There you go. Yep. No, your English is very good. You probably speak better English than I do, bro. Dog, I'm from the southern Midwest, and we got a lot of community members that'll make fun of me because look, we got a lot of community members that are actually, yeah, no, for real. Trust me, dude. Trust me, dude. I'm you know, I was born in the U.S., like I'm native U.S., right? But I'm from the southern, southwest the southern Midwest of the U.S., and so I've got kind of like a little bit of a accent, a little bit of a twang, a little bit of a southern accent, and it's funny because I know that I say things wrong. I can't pronounce some things very well, and so it legit. I think there are a lot of other people that are like not even native English speakers that speak English better than I do. Yeah. America's really weird though. America's really weird because it's such a huge place, and it's been a melding pot forever of a lot of different cultures and everything, right? So we've got like all kinds of different dialects and like accents and stuff for obviously, even outside of the US, you've got like your different kind of like UK accents. You've got, your Australian, New Zealand kind of accents. And then in the US, dude, you've got, your American English accents. And there's a ton of them here, man, because this place is so big. You know what I'm saying? Speak like English, like fresh-born Americans. Well, thanks, dude. Yo, I'm going to have you hang around and give some people the what for, man, whenever people start making fun of me. I'll be like, Chaz, get him, dude. Get him, Chaz. Don't let them, don't let them do this to me, bro. That's funny, dude. So it looks like we need to look up. Let's see what time Dragon's Dogma 2 is actually releasing. We need to know this. We need to know this. Hold on. My agent accent defender. There you go, dude. Yeah. That's your official title now, dude. No worries. Yo, random mode time. Let's go, guys. Can't win if you don't play, dude. Oh, we got Monk of Christ and Rare Pepe, dude. You guys can win a free Subarooski on either one of those emotes, but you can't win if you don't play. Get them in there. Exclamation point, rando mode. All right, let's see if we can figure out Dragon's Dogma PC release date and time. What's those? Yo, Davey, what's up, friendo? Yo, so Rando Mode's a game that I created for the community. There you go, dude. There you go. Oh, he got the copium. Nice. Yeah, so basically, if you read what the Stream Elements says up there, it's a game that pops off about every 2 hours. Every 2 hours while I stream, it's a game that pops off. And I play it as well, because if I match, I'll give a sub out. I'll gift sub to somebody in the community that's been active. Or, if I don't match, then somebody can win off of either the Stream Elements emote that came up or my own. And if you match up, then you just get a free sub, dude. Yeah, you just get a free sub to the community, man. It's just a fun game to play for people. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I made it up, dude. I was messing around in the early days of streaming. Back in the good old days of 2021. Oh yeah, dude. I just like for us to have fun and stuff, really. It's a way for me to try and keep people engaged and having fun. And give back to people that are active around here too. I like to do that. So yeah, I started streaming in 2021, and the part of streaming is always like an evolution, if you will. At least it has been for me, because I do everything here. I create all my own scenes, my emotes. I've had a little bit of help from like one of my friends and moderators here. Pinky's done a little bit of stuff for me. One of our other community members, Gabs, has made some of our GIFs and stuff. But most of what's been done here has just been me and, filling my way through stuff and learning how to do different things and stuff like that. It's like one of the things that I figured out was that you can make a command in one of the programs I run, which is Stream Elements. You can make a command that will just pop out a random Twitch emote. And so we were just having fun with it at one point, and I was like, dude, let's make a game out of it. You know, where if like we'll just have every couple of hours, our bot in the chat will just spit out a random emote, and if people put in a command, they can get a random emote as well, and if they get the same exact one, you'll get a free sub. You know, so it's just something I came up with, dude, to have some fun. But it's been fun playing with that. Who was it? True won twice the other day, twice. Dude, I try. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's definitely been an experience. I've learned a lot because I've never done content creation or, you know, this kind of stuff. I've never done a whole lot of video editing or, you know, image creation or anything like that. And so I think that it definitely having IT knowledge and stuff gives you a bit of a jump on doing this kind of thing for sure. But a lot of what I tell a lot of people is if you're interested in doing this, you have to have the want to learn. You have to have the want to learn, or you have to have the money to constantly pay people to do it for you. And that can get expensive. But it's been a great learning thing for me, actually. I really enjoy it, but I'm always learning more. Davey, what's up, dude? Still on, wait, what's that? WFF. Why am I tripping on that acronym, dude? You purchased 2 Xbox physical games yesterday? What'd you get? Cheap. Sound like an MC? yo, I think this is the first time I've heard that one. But I'll take that, dude. Thanks, man. What'd you get, Davey? Well, here's the thing about this community, Ches. The thing about this community was my approach to streaming and doing all of this was always about trying to make sure that everybody that needed somewhere to go to feel like they had something more, you know, more than just a place to be lost in the mess of viewers or whatever, you know. I always wanted this community to be something where people felt like it was substantially something worth being here for, not just for the content, but for the community engagement too. So a lot of people enjoy the internet and like communities and stuff like that for the anonymity it provides, which is fine. And I understand that as well. But I think there's also a lot of people out there that need more than that. And that's why I promote this place as something outside of, you know, trying to be void of like negativity and toxicity, trying to make sure people understand that as long as you're good peoples, you're welcome here. It's about building legitimate friendships and taking care of one another, always being here for one another, having a good time, spreading good vibes. And I think there's enough negativity in the world, enough toxicity in the world that there just wasn't, we didn't need another place like that, you know? So, Pac-Man World and Homefront Revolution. Homefront Revolution, why does that sound familiar? I can't place that one in my mind's eye, dude. Pac-Man World, I know. Nice, Davey. I mean, I've been through a lot of stuff myself, man. In life, up to this point, I've been through, since the time I started streaming, I've been through a lot of stuff, and I know what it's like to need people and support, and I'm lucky even in my personal life. I've got an amazing support system in my immediate family here, and you know, but not everybody has that kind of stuff. And I think that it was important for me to make sure that every day, if I was going to be doing this every day or almost every day, that I be going into an environment where it felt wholesome, you know what I mean, where it felt like everybody was taking care of one another, rather than a toxic situation where people were just spewing filth and stuff like that. You know, I wanted it to be someplace nice. And I felt like it was going to be an important thing for me to know that people felt that same way about being here and being a part of it, you know? Dude, I think you have to laugh. I think you have to laugh, dude. That's one of those things that I try and, like, you know, I think to an extent with life, man, you just gotta know. You gotta know. This is gonna be old. I think if you can't laugh to an extent, dude, you're just gonna fade away into, I don't know. Life will beat you down, dude, if you can't laugh. It'll beat you down, dude. I need to know when this releases, man. So I know it's not always easy. That's for sure. It's not always easy to laugh about stuff, but you know, if you can keep an upbeat vibe and try to look on the brighter side of things, quite often it'll help it seem a little bit more pleasant. You know, medicine. You know, I think laughter is a great medicine for most people. Yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah, no doubt. Does this say when this releases for sure? I hope you like the games. I need to look up that other one, Davey. I need to look up the... Laugh and shake my head. Every time I drive around where I live, does that count? Yeah, I think so, dude. I mean, is it like a laugh of disgust? It might not. If it's a laugh of disgust, dude, it might not. Is this is the original, isn't it? Yeah, this is the original, not the second one. Hold on. 7 days ago. We need to figure out when Dragon's Dogma 2 is releasing, because Steam is saying March 21st. I don't understand. It was saying March 22nd for quite a while. This is weirding me out a little bit. And this is saying March 22nd. Why, dude? We got to figure this out, man. Let's see this. It's a midnight release. I think that's why. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're good, Ches. Yeah. No worries, buddy. Just be safe, dude. We'll see you in a little bit, probably. Yeah. All good. I think that's what I figured was probably happening here. Midnight release on March 22nd. Okay. Yep. Okay. Cool. So it's midnight release at exactly 12 a.m. your local time. So, dude, we should be able to play Dragon Dogma 2 on Friday after the news. We'll be good to go. All right. So that's why it says the 21st, because it's, you know, the whole midnight thing. That's going to be the case. I had noticed that over the past couple of days, though, and it was kind of weirding me out. Excuse me. Yeah, PS5 Pro could be the only place you can play GTA 6 at 60 frames until the PC version arrives. That's true. I'll actually pull this up. That's true. It is true. That's not a for sure thing, but if there's any platform that it's originally coming out on, you know, that it would be playable at 60 frames, it's probably going to be the PS5 Pro. So we'll take a look at that. Well, we got some copium this morning for soup, man. Where's soup at? How How weird would it be for LinkedIn to have video games on it? What? That's odd, man. All right, this song's a bit much for me right now. I need more coffee before we flip and dive into all this. Okay, it's over. Never mind. Neurodiver confirms May release date. We'll take a peek at that, see what we got. What are you up to today, Davey? You just playing games, dog? You trying to rest up? Dude, you've been dealing with some injuries and stuff, yeah? Warframe's going to release their Dante Unbound update March 27th. We've already touched on that a little bit, but that is coming on March 27th for those of you that were not aware. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Zenless Zone Zero amplifying test registrations are open for entry into new Iridu. Yeah. So, I might actually try Zenless Zone Zero. Who knows? Maybe I'll stream it. There are a couple of games. Yeah. I shall overcome. Let's go. I like that, dude. Yeah. Get it, dude. This game is obviously coming out of MiHoYo. It's got the Genshin kind of vibe to it, but it's going to be very well developed, it looks like, and it'll be a gacha game experience, so you got to be prepared for that. But it does look like it's going to be a very well developed game. It's going to be multi-platform, cross-play, cross-progression, all that noise. So this will be PC, PS5, iOS, Android, that kind of thing. It's not going to be on Xbox right now. It will not be on the Switch because the Switch will not be able to handle it, but it might be on the new Nintendo hardware at some point. We'll see. Zenless Zone Zero and Blue Protocol are two games that are kind of similar on my radar right now for games of that nature to try and test out a little bit, see what we think about them, and maybe play with community as well. They've got that multiplayer vibe to them a little bit. So we'll see what we get here. We'll look at this too, okay? We've already talked about that. Oh yeah, we're playing Ghost of Tsushima, by the way. Ghost of Tsushima hits on May 16th. It's already on our schedule. So what is not on our schedule is the fact that I've got to take a bit of a break in May that isn't on there. I need to get home and see my parents, help my parents with some stuff. I don't live close to home, so it's a bit of a trip for me, but I will be headed home to see my parents, and so I'm going to take about a week off in towards roughly the second week of May, okay? And so we were going to, in the first week of May, we were going to play the Sons of the Forest. What we're going to do is just push No Rest for the Wicked right now from the end of April through the 1st of May. I'll take my break, and when I come back, we'll kick it off with Ghost of Tsushima once I get back. That's the play right now. I'll get the schedule updated as soon as possible, okay? The Devil Within Satgit confirms early access date with new trailer. Let's take a look at this. Double Dragon Gaiden Rise of the Dragons getting free DLC next month too. Cool. Yeah. We talked about that. Talked about that yesterday too. The PS5 Pro specs have leaked online. The thing we're kind of waiting to see now is what games are going to be coming alongside the PS5 Pro that are specifically being developed for the PS5 Pro. That's what we're trying to find out. Oh no. Jarring changes? We're talking about Red 13, dude? Or wait, is that... I can't ever remember what his actual number is. Is it 13? Can't remember. As a Final Fantasy VII fan, isn't that terrible? Whenever I was young and played the game, I wasn't good with Roman numerals. That's why. What's his actual... Yeah, it's 13. That's what I thought. Yeah. God, I'm tripping, dog. I was like, wait. For a second there, I had it in my head that it might have been 11 for some reason, but I was pretty sure it was 13. Ooh, a Euden Chronicle 100 Heroes release a new pre-launch video. Yo, who is it? Is it Reject that's all about wanting to play this? Euden Chronicles? It might be Reject, dude. I think so. New Xbox Game Pass Ultimate perk is better than expected. See what we got going on there. Yeah, so, I mean, basically, if you didn't see our video gaming news segment yesterday, the leaked confirmed PlayStation documents that gave us details about the PS5 Pro are basically giving us an insight to the fact that the PS5 Pro is coming and bringing us they're pushing for 8K resolution. They're also pushing for 60 frames at 4K, native 4K. They're also looking to release this around the holiday period at the end of this calendar year. So that's what we know right now. A little bit of a grain of salt there because it's not officially coming out of Sony and PlayStation, but they were leaked documents that were official from that company. So, Varia, what's up, my friend? How you doing? Happy Sunday. What's going on? Yeah, Helldivers is killing it, dude. And good for Arrowhead. We got some community members been playing it and been loving it. I was close to playing it on release, but whenever it first released, the reviews were so mixed because of the server issues that I stayed away from it. But does look like it's a very good game. Bro. Cloud Imperium Games refocuses its efforts to get Star Citizen to commercial release. Are you flipping kidding me? Yo. It's not currently on my radar. I would love to. This is the tough thing for me. There's always so many new games coming out that I'm trying to get experienced, you know? So as much as I would love to like go back and play Valheim and experience the new content and stuff, it's so hard to find time to do that quite often, you know? The schedule is just so flippin' packed. I'll show you, Varia. How you been, my friend? So, like, it's not out of the realm of possibilities, but kind of the way the schedule's playing out right now, we got Dragon's Dogma 2 coming up. We've got a vacation for myself and my family. Then we're going to be playing No Rest for the Wicked. Then I have another vacation coming up to go see my parents. We're moving Sons of the Forest to probably either June, July, or August. We've got Ghost of Tsushima's PC release. I'm trying to play Lies of P when the DLC hits for that, which we're not sure when that's happening yet. There's just so much, dude. I'm going to be playing Red Dead Redemption 2 to end the year out this year. We got all of our Scaretober stuff. And then, you know, June, July, and August, we're going to have a bunch of new game releases right there. That's why this is kind of open right now. It's so incredibly difficult, man. You know? It's so hard, but it's not totally out of the realm of possibilities. You know what I mean? And never say never. What are you talking about? You eating violence again this morning, Soup? Eating and regurgitating violence. Doing all right. I guess that's better than not all right, Varia. Are you sure? Is everything all right? So, is everything really all right, Varia? Talk to me. Talk to me. So there's potential. There's potential, but it's not really on my radar right now, to be honest with you. There's so many games that I still need to play that are already out. Then we've got so many games that are actually supposed to be releasing this year too, that I'm trying to get on the schedule along with stuff that's already on there. You know, it's very, very difficult. So the fact that I've already got a very, very nice solid experience of what Valheim offers, you know, kind of pushes that kind of back to the, you know, to the back of the list. Even though there's I know big new content coming. There's a lot of new games that I've never experienced. I'm always looking for that new experience, you know. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I appreciate you coming and asking, for sure. And I'll do that, no doubt about it. Yeah, absolutely. And dude, you know, I still talk about Valheim all the time, and I appreciate you being part of the playthrough in the first place when we played it originally. The game's a banger. I use it as an example for, you know, high caliber games, high quality games all the time. It's such an amazing experience, and I would love to be able to dive back into it at some point if I could find the time to dedicate to it, you know, for sure. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure, Soup. Yeah. Mistlands. I have seen Mistlands, but I haven't played it. Yep. And I knew that, yeah, Ashlands was coming too. So I know there's a lot of new content. Absolutely, yeah. And I would love to experience it. I just got to try to see if I can find time to do it, my friend. Yeah. But I'll definitely let you know if we end up finding time to dive back into it, because I know we've got other community members that would like to do it too. I'm sure Pinky would be involved, probably Syek. There, I know maybe even True would be in there. There would be a good number of community members that would like to get in and play some more Valheim probably. So I just got to see if I can fit it into the schedule. Yeah, but if I do, I'll definitely hit you up, Varia, for sure. Oh God. Oh, Soup, you're gonna make me throw up, dude. God, stop it, Soup. Soup, I've actually got some copium up for you this morning, buddy. We've got some Zenless Zone Zero. I got some GTA 6 stuff up. I got some PS5 Pro paperweight stuff up. Dude, it's coming to you, man. The GTA 6 copium hurts more, does it? Oh, no. Yeah, new registration for the, are you talking about the Zenless stuff? Yeah, this is what I wanted to talk about this. Cloud Imperium's trying to get Star Citizen to commercial release. If you guys didn't know, this game was supposed to be full released a decade ago. A decade ago. And they're still pushing out alpha content. And there'll be a lot of people that defend this game, but I'm sorry. I can't get behind it, dude. I can't get behind it. It's incredibly weird to see a developer try and continue to push out things that are like $48,000, you know, packs that they for buying ships to support the development process, founders packs and stuff. $48,000. That's not a misspeak there. $48,000, not 4,800,000. 48,000. You know, and this has been the most ridiculously public crowdfunded project in video gaming history, and they are still 10 years behind
on releasing a full release for their game that they promised the community. It's gross. I don't care what anybody has to say. It's not acceptable. You're talking about, you know, a day and age where, I mean, what, dude, they're quickly approaching a total of $1 billion project-wise. Crowdfund. You don't normally see that in even a big budget, big company AAA game, normally. There's only one right now that I can think of that's approaching or has broken that we've heard of, right? And that's not even been in development as long as this game has. So, I mean, it's kind of gross. We'll touch on it real quick. Stardew's 1.6 updates adding a honeymoon period and making another clever change. We've dove in so much to the Stardew 1.6 update. It just keeps coming up. I'm not going to continue doing it. Oh, dude. Here it is. I'm going to bring this up, but I'm going to say what I've continued to say about Fable. If you're getting hyped about Fable, I think you need to hinder expectations, and I'll tell you why when we talk about this article. You didn't know, the reason why Sonic and Angry Birds are teaming up is because Sega now owns Rovio as of last year. So that was inevitable. Yeah, Toriyama, dude. Passed. Yeah. We covered that. Rip, dude, feels bad. Looks like Planet of Lana is coming to PlayStation and Switch. It's supposed to be a pretty dope game. We'll cover that real quick. All right, that's what we got for this morning. Let's dive in here. I guess starting off with Cloud Imperium Games and their game which didn't ever feel like it was going to release in full, and it's still not, really. They're just stating that they're going to refocus their efforts on getting Star Citizen to commercial release. All right, I'm gonna rant for a second. Get ready for it. You guys ready? Let's go rant mode. Rant mode. Star Citizen is a game that I will never forget. It's one of those games that, as upon its announcement around 2011 or 2012, had so many people hyped up. People love space games. And this is coming from Chris Roberts as well, right? So Chris Roberts, who's renowned for previous titles, and this helped this game garner a lot of attention. And so it was a crowdfunded game, and I remember even initially just looking at some of the crowdfunding packs, and basically the way they were doing it was like, oh, well, we're going to have parts of the game that are playable to begin with, and you can, you know, experience some things while we finish up the game. You can fly around in your ships that you buy to support the you know, us finishing development of the game and things like that. And these will be the ships that you fly around in and stuff when the game fully releases to play in as well. And they were most of them insanely expensive, you know. And I'm going to bring up the wiki page on Star Citizen in a moment to give you a full grasp, if they don't cover it here, on what the entire process of this game has been. But I'll break it down for you in a very concise, for what I can remember. This game was announced in 2011 to 2012. Again, crowdfunded project. And at this point, has amassed well over, I think, $600 to $700 million of crowdfunded money at this point. Was originally announced for a full release, a 1.0 release in 2014. That's a decade ago, 10 years ago. And they're still releasing alpha content. I know that they call these alpha pieces of content modules. I understand that some of these modules are pretty fleshed out and pretty playable, they still do not culminate into connecting to one another into a fully playable, full release version of a game that was promised 10 years ago. And I think that it's unfortunate that people that bought into this premise and were promised something 10 years ago are still waiting for this promise to come to fruition. That's not fair. That's not fair. They got baited into paying in and supporting something, and the company did not fulfill their end of the bargain here. So I think that what has happened, from what I can tell on this front, is that Cloud Imperium, with this project of Star Citizen, had too much scope creep on the project. They didn't focus down enough on through the entire process of trying to make sure that they were getting the full release of the game out to people, right? And that should have been their main focus, especially once they realized that they weren't going to be hitting that 2014 window of release for people. They should have really started buckling down and going, we need to get this full release out. We promised people this. It might not have all the content that we want it to have, but we need to start focusing on trying to get something full out, and then we can attach more content to the game as we move forward. That's not what they've done the past 10 years. The past 10 years, it feels like they just keep coming up with new ideas and going, well, the full game can wait. And then they start pushing towards a different area of trying to put new content for a alpha module. And then it keeps happening over rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. So here we are 10 years later, and there's still not a full game for people to play. Now, with this article, Cloud Imperium Games refocuses its efforts to get Star Citizen to commercial release. I mean, I'll believe it when I see it, dude. But let's read this. Star Citizen has been in alpha testing for over a decade now. Thank you, yes. With the finish line still seemingly far out of sight. Cloud Imperium Games, however, reports that it is now making headway on the multiplayer Space Sims development. Oh, you're making headway now? Now, 10 years after the game was supposed to full release. Now you're making headway on the multiplayer Space Sims development, and that it's closer than ever to the game's long-awaited version 1.0. With just few more major hurdles to overcome. The studio is currently tackling one of its most ambitious goals yet, bringing all the game's servers together into one persistent universe through server meshing, which it started testing earlier this month. The studio is also refocusing its efforts to finally get the game out of alpha testing and onto the next phase of development. Quote, while we recognize that there is no definitive finish line in an online MMO and that we will always be adding new features and content for many, many years to come, Star Citizen 1.0 is what we consider the features and content set to represent commercial release, says Chris Roberts, founder and CEO of Cloud Imperium Games. This means the game is welcoming to new players, stable and polished with enough gameplay and content to engage players continuously in other worlds. It is no longer alpha or early access. Which, let's be fair, I think with the scope of and magnitude of what they always wanted this game to be, people would have been okay and accepting in large part if this game delayed a year, maybe even 2. But 10? This begins with identifying what features and content are required to create a fully released space MMO while laying the foundations for future updates. Adds newly appointed Senior Director Rich Tyrer. To be 100% clear, though, this doesn't mean going back to drawing board or totally changing the vision of what SC currently is. With this aim, Chris and I have overseen the creation of a roadmap that takes us all the way up to 1.0 and outlines all the features and content we need, and just as crucially, the ones that will come post full release. And it only took you 10 years to get this done. Fantastic. Great. Star Citizen single-player spin-off Squadron 42 is also on its way to full release. The studio says that it's now feature complete and will soon be entering its polished phase. Like the MMO, it still has no release timeline though. In the meantime, learn more about Star Citizen's latest alpha update. After 10 years after it was supposed to release. Alpha update. Get Wrecked, dude. I'm over this. I don't know how anybody is still buying into the premise of how ridiculous this is. I'm sorry. For a crowdfunded game, especially, and you know, what this was always, you know, all the promises of you know, and look, I get it. The gravity of what this was always supposed to be was huge, but they promised people things. They promised people dates, right? And they needed to make sure that there was some kind of basic game for people to dive into and play in the first place, and then add to it. They lost track. They had too much scope creep for the project in this game, where they went, oh, that would be cool, that would be cool, that would be cool, that would be cool. And they just kept pursuing it instead of buckling down in the first place, making sure they had something solid for people to dive into in the first place, close to when they told people originally that the game would be finished, and then add content to it afterwards. They failed a lot of people here, and it's ridiculous to even read this. It feels so dumb. Zenless Zone Zero. That's self-promo time. Yeah. We're getting there, buddy. We're getting there. Yeah, I'm we're probably gonna get a little bit of some Zenless Zone Zero in here in the stream, dude. You know, I'll have to show you how to really play games. You know what I mean? I'm gonna learn you one of these days, Soup. I'm gonna teach you how to be a real gamer, dude. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm dying, dude. I'm dying. All right. Here's another one for you guys that I'm going to, I'm going to try to throw some advice out here. There are a lot of people that are psyched about Fable, okay? And I get it. I understand it. I still own the original Fable. I love Fable. Okay? I love Fable. I own the original Fable on original Xbox. Still got the console, still got the game. Fable is an iconic game. Well, what you have to know before anything else about this game and this project right now is that Fable 4 is something I think people need to be hesitant about your expectations regarding this game due to the fact that it is Playground Games developing this. If you don't know who Playground Games is literally only ever done the Forza games, like Forza Horizon. If you go look at the latest Forza game, it's hot garbage. So what makes people believe? Now, they're not the only developer that worked on Forza Horizon, you know, but they definitely played a part in it. And if that game can't be done correctly, what makes anybody think that Playground Games is going to be able to take a game in a genre that they've never done before and do it well? Okay? So while I know that this is, and again, that's another thing to consider here. Playground Games is taking over the Fable franchise. This is not developers that have worked on Fable in the past. So there are two things to be very, very concerned about here. You're taking a developer that didn't ever work on Fable in the past, that is now taking over the franchise, and you're giving them the reins to an iconic franchise, and people are just expecting it to be good. I mean, why? It's also a studio that has never done a genre like this before. And don't get me wrong, I love seeing studios step outside of their comfort zone and prove to us that they can do more than what they're just renownedly good at, or they've been doing for so long. Like, take for instance Tango. Tango's known for doing horror-esque games, right? Evil Within 1 and 2, then it was Ghostwire Tokyo, and then they brought us Hi-Fi Rush, which was something totally different and amazing. I love seeing that. I love seeing the versatility. Show us that you can do different stuff, right?
I love it, and I hope this is good. It's not, Davey. It's not. I'll pull it up. Yeah, it's still in early access, like 10 years later. Yeah, you know, I use that as an example sometimes. Yeah. So I think that people just need to be hesitant, hinder your expectations a little bit for what Fable's going to be bringing to the table, and don't get too caught up in the fact that it's going to be automatically good just because the name is on this Fable, right? You have to understand what is happening on the underside of what the development process is here in this game. It is a studio that's never done this kind of game, and it's not the studio that normally did Fable. You've got to know that. Well, I hope it's good. I hope every game's good. That's not the reality we live in. And if you're blindly going into this going, it's Fable, it's going to be amazing, I've got news for you, man. That's not the way this world works. Okay? I hope it's great. But there's big giant butts in there, dude. All right? So be careful with this, man. Though very little has been seen of Fable 4, it could end up being a slight cut above other fantasy RPGs thanks to just one very simple feature. Fable's return is eagerly anticipated with dark humor intact, though details remain scarce. Player character in the next Fable game needs to be a jack of all trades, specializing in many skills. A third-person camera angle has been integral for Fable's identity, giving it an edge over upcoming RPG competition. I'll tell you who should have done this game. I'll tell you right now who I think should have done this game, what studio should have done this game, was Obsidian. I think Obsidian should have done this game, not Playground Games. Obsidian probably had too much on their plate, doing Avowed and some other stuff, but I think Obsidian would have been a fantastic studio to bring Fable back to us. I think that had Obsidian been given the opportunity to do Fable, it probably would have ended up being a better than what it will be with Playground Games behind it. I'll be just bluntly honest with you. After a rather lengthy hiatus, the Fable franchise is set to make its triumphant return at some point in the near future, though details are pretty scarce still. At the time of writing, there have been only 2 official Fable trailers released so far, both of which are completely CG. And yeah, this is what I'm trying to tell people too. There were so many people that were hyped after the trailers that we'd seen, and they're like, oh, it looks so good, it looks like it's going to be so fun. I was like, dude, it's just cinematics. You can't get hyped off that. You can't let that happen to you. Cinematics are not giving you any kind of idea of what you're going to experience in the game. That is a tried and true bait mechanic from developers. Don't let them do it to you. Don't let them do it to you, man. Even with trailers where they show you gameplay, developers are still going to show you gameplay that is going to entice you and show you the best parts of a game. Cinematics literally show you nothing of what you're going to experience as a game player in the game. Don't let them bait you like that, man. That said, these trailers aren't devoid of purpose, revealing that the trademark Fable dark humor is still very much intact, which is good all these years later, even despite a new studio taking the helm. Simply categorized as a fantasy action RPG for now, Fable has a lot of pressure on its shoulders, not only having to please the franchise's longtime fans and bring newcomers on board, but also having to stand out in a market that seems to be constantly bombarded with excellent new fantasy RPG experiences. But hopefully, Fable might have something simple under its belt that could at least set it apart from the likes of Avowed and the Elder Scrolls 6. Third-person camera angle could set Fable 4 apart. I like that they didn't even say who's developing this. They just said, a developer. Every Fable game bar has one used. Bar 1 has used a third-person camera angle, putting the player's perspective just behind the character's back. For the most part, it suits the series perfectly. One of the Fable series' greatest draws was its sense of scale.
and its vast, rich fantasy world filled with a variety of both appealing and intimidating locations. The Fable series' third-person camera perspective added a level of fantastical intrigue and wonder to the series' exploration, whereas a first-person camera angle may have made its locations feel slightly too oppressive or claustrophobic. Though the Fable franchise never really had players create their own character, the series' third-person perspective does help to forge a connection between the player and their in-game avatar, with their button inputs resulting in direct actions on screen, slowly building a subtle connection over time. This was further reinforced by Fable's customization options. Though they were sparse, customization options such as hairstyles, tattoos, and equipment helped to make the player's character feel like their own, and seeing those cosmetic changes on screen at all times helped to further that feeling. Let me say something right now about the main character in this game. People are throwing a fit already that this game has a female protagonist. I think it's hilarious. Why? Why are you throwing a fit that now there's a female that's the lead in this game? It's not like the game ever had a large, character creation model. It was just, every other game it was a dude. So 4 iterations into the series, why can't we have a female as the lead? We've had a male 3 times now. Why can't there be a female? People are throwing a fit about it. It's like, come on, man. Just knock it off, dude. Like, come on, man. Though it hasn't been officially confirmed in Fable will have a third-person camera perspective, it really should, with it being a core piece of the franchise's identity up until now. Aside from that element, Fable having a third-person camera angle would also give it a unique edge over a few members of its competition. 7 Days to Die's live service game ahead of its time. Yo, what up, Pinky? That first-person camera angle might be off-putting to anyone who prefers to see their custom character, custom loadout shown at all times during gameplay. A first-person perspective can add a much deeper layer of immersion to a game, but that doesn't mean that third-person games can't be just as immersive. They might need to try a bit harder. Plenty of examples of this in recent memory, with The Witcher 3, Dragon's Dogma, and most recently Baldur's Gate 3 all being incredibly immersive third-person RPGs. Or, check this out. How about games nowadays that allow you to select which one you want? You can play as either first person or third person. Wow, what a novel idea. Playing Lethal, word up, dog. How's it going? Good to see you, buddy. Happy Sunday, man. So, look, man, I think that while we all, are praying and hoping that Fable's going to be something worth diving into, I think your expectations have to be a bit, you gotta be worried a little bit here, okay? Your expectations need to be a little bit low. It's just solely based off the fact this is Playground Games. They've never done a genre like this before, and this is not a company that's ever done Fable before, obviously, because they've never done this genre before. You got to know that this is potentially not going to play out the best way possible. I hope they do great. I hope they show us that this is, they're versatile as a developer and they can do things beyond just racing car games, but until they prove that to us, we have to be a bit worried here, okay? That's just all there is to it. Planet of Lana is getting a release date for both the PlayStation and Switch. It is coming in April. Looks like on PS4, PS5, and Switch, it is going to be hitting, do they have a April 16th. Most people know what Planet of Lana is by this point. It's been out for a while now, but it is apparently a very good game. It's not very long, I don't think. It's not very expensive either, but it's very pretty. Take a look if you want, but it's coming to other platforms as of April 16th, okay? There you go. Yo, Euden Chronicle 100 Heroes releases new pre-launch video. Euden Chronicles 100 Heroes showing off over 4 minutes of the game ahead of launch. 505 Games teases over 4 minutes of Euden Chronicles 100 Heroes gameplay. The video showcases the expansive world and its diverse cultures and races. Players can craft a party from over 100 heroes, leading them through Alrain. turn-based JRPG with strategic battles, town management, and character recruitment. Let's take a look at this. Kill the music. All right. Oh, you shut your mouth. You shut your mouth. They're not going to let us full screen it. Let's go. Here we go.
And there is much that I can see. The tale of a fated group of 3. And their links to 100 heroes' destiny.
Was it Reject that was wanting this?
Zibidalips, Hope Had a Mind. Shablooey! First, our heroes and those closest to them. 5 brave souls will reveal themselves.
Hey there. You must be the new guy Emir mentioned.
They will share the burden of Noah's fate as his fiercest allies.
You guys are my fiercest allies. You guys are so fierce.
And many more will follow the path.
I am Hildy, Lieutenant Kessling's aide.
Sane, a scion of the Empire and his comrades, each filled with youthful ambition. And then, voices most vociferous. Bandits and outlaws among their number.
Pretty soon, General Kogan's gonna declare himself ruler of this whole land, and you can't do squat about it.
Euthus, maybe ease back on the hole, but you're about to get an iron
You gotta ease
ball
back on that
action.
hole.
Hoo-ah!
Oh, we're gonna die!
I see a ship sailing the sands.
Our
Gatekeep
trading
the Zenless
begins
Zone
now.
0 beta test. Can't
tougher
have
the
10,000
exterior,
people signing up for
The
it.
stronger their hearts, and more enduring the bonds they
Bro,
forge.
yeah, I knew there's gonna be a lot of hype behind that. There's gonna be a lot of people signing up,
Oh, yikes! Sorry.
yeah.
What high-pitched voices this way come?
All right, evildoer. Here comes magical girl Malore.
It is the sound of sorcerers. What magical adventures await Noah and his allies? We shall see.
Justice always wins.
The heroes will gather at a
Small
new
group only
place
so
to
far?
call home.
Keep them pumping with new game releases, keep them distracted. Yeah, there
I'll win again.
A lively place for sure.
A racetrack for the Eggfoots.
Look at them go!
Those who chase dreams. Those with goals all their own. All their hopes and dreams will find form in this new home.
Looking good.
Setting their differences aside, their love for their home brings them together.
Oh, fishing?
Is
Oh my
expressing
god.
the very trajectory
Love
of
fishing.
life. Let's do this.
The bonds of friendship know no boundaries. The same can be said for these heroes.
We nearly had a situation with Ivy and her Runums when she thought we were Imperial goons.
And I'm still sorry about that.
Who is connected to who? A truth unknown yet to all. But that's the fun in it.
For the last time, I'm not a bandit. I'm a desperado.
I'm a desperado.
For now,
Desperado.
this is all that I can see. What's that? You wish to know the fate of these heroes? Surely you'd rather learn that for yourself. Come, our tale cannot start without you. Zibidalips, Hope Had a Mind. Shablooey! A Uden Chronicle, 100 Heroes.
Someone's streaming Dragon's Dogma 2 as Final Fantasy.
Available April 23rd,
Yeah, dude.
2024.
Yeah, people do that kind of stuff a lot. That's funny, bro.
Pre-order it now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to see it. I don't want to be spoiled on it, you know.
I think our buddy Reject was looking for this. Let's read the rest of this. Was this what they were asking for? I need to go take a look. 505 Games and Rabbit and Bear Studios have released a new video for Euden Chronicles 100 Heroes as they show off more of the game ahead of its launch. The video has been designed to give you a greater look at the game and what you'll encounter as you and your companions set off on a grand journey that will take you across the world and back again. The hundreds of encounters and people waiting for you. You're getting over 4 minutes of worth of footage and knowledge about the title, which should be more than enough to prepare you for what's to come. Enjoy the video here as the game will be released on April 23rd. That just gives you another synopsis of the game and the story. So, I'll have to try and send this over to Reject and see if that's what he was looking for. New Xbox Game Pass Ultimate perk is better than expected. I already know where Soup's going with this. Bro. A newly added perk that Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscribers can claim right now is an even better deal than originally expected. Looks like Game Pass Ultimate subscribers can keep access to Persona 3 Reload Expansion Pass even if their subscription expires. Yeah, now what, Soup? Now what? Because I know you love that game. I know you love Persona. I know you love Persona. Losing Xbox Game Pass means forfeiting online play, game library access, and some perks, but Persona 3 Reload Expansion Pass appears to be exempt. The controversial episode Aegis DLC is locked behind the expansion pass. While it's possible that the wording is incorrect, it does appear as though Game Pass Ultimate subscribers can keep the Persona 3 Reload Expansion Pass forever. Forever. Forever, Soup. After they claim it, even if their subscription lapses. Typically, letting one's Xbox Game Pass subscription expire means forfeiting freebies that were claimed with the subscription until it is renewed. Man, that sounds like a great, great thing coming out of Game Pass there. You know what I'm saying, Soup? If one lets their Game Pass subscription expire, they'll lose out on pretty much everything that the service has to offer, as most subscription services do fit that same kind of notion. With Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, that means losing the ability to play Xbox games online, losing access to the library of games available through Game Pass, and losing some of the perks that can be claimed through the Game Pass Ultimate tier. However, the latter doesn't seem to apply to the Persona 3 Reload Expansion Pass. Awesome. This was pointed out by Wario64 on Twitter. We get a lot of stuff from Wario64, who noted that it seems Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscribers can keep the Persona 3 Reloaded Expansion Pass forever, even if their subscription expires. This will no doubt be good news for Persona fans who have claimed the Expansion Pass through Game Pass Ultimate. Of course, losing Game Pass will mean losing access to Persona 3 Reload for anyone that hasn't purchased the game outright, so fans should keep that in mind. Even so, this is still good news. For example, someone might be subscribed to Game Pass Ultimate right now, will have claimed the Persona 3 Reload Expansion Pass perk before it leaves on January 31st of next year. Then, for one reason or another, they may eventually decide to move their subscription tier from Ultimate to Vanilla. In this scenario, the subscriber will still be able to access Persona 3 Reload, plus they can play everything available in the Expansion Pass, even though they are no longer part of the Ultimate tier. The Ultimate perks for March: you're getting Final Fantasy XIV Starter Edition, Stumble Guys Retro Hot Dog Pack, F123 EA Play Pitcoin Reward, Apex Legends Weapon Charm Bonanza, Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis March Member Monthly Bonus, Paramount Plus 30-day free trial, The Mist Free Horror Movie, PUBG Exclusive Survivor Pack, Assassin's Creed Valhalla Drakkar Edition Pack, Mighty Doom Cacodemon Mini Slayer Cosmetic, Century Age of Ashes Forgotten Bay Pack, Calm Premium 3-month trial offer, Discord Nitro 3 months, and Persona 3 Reload Expansion Pass. There you go. Cool, man. Still better than PS Plus, you know. Always with the violence, you. All right. What is this? The Devil Within Satgat confirms early access date with new trailer. Let's see what this is. Watch this. You. You're such a troll, dude. Sorry, it's not Supermarket Simulator, dude. You know.
악귀 들린 자들을 모조리 처단한다.
That's a lie. God dang, dude! Yo, if you weren't awake, you are now. Jesus. That is metal, dog.
Why should I even try? This depression and please retry.
Look at this music. Ah! It actually looks like a decent little Metroidvania, though. God dang, dude. Bro, they really brought it, didn't they? That was hard. Early access on Steam? Hold on. World Final Fantasy research I've done in the game. In order to get certain things for certain trophies, it really takes a bunch of grinding time. Oh yeah, I mean that's trophies though for you. Yeah, Davey. Sorry, buddy. I know you love the trophy hunting, dude, and it's quite often brutal to get the final ones and stuff. Let me see this. Yeah, Souls-like action platformer. I mean, bro, that music was intense. The game looks pretty solid though. I love Metroidvania type games, and we'll see. We'll see what the reviews are on it when it releases. Dude, music was brutal. Indie game developer Nucor Games and publisher Astrolab Games. Get our music going. .5D action platformer. Music is from Trivium frontman Matthew Kichi-Heafy. Interesting. Cool, man. We'll keep track. Double Dragon Gaiden Rise of the Dragons getting free DLC next month, peoples. The official Indie World account has revealed that Double Dragon Gaiden Rise of the Dragons is getting free DLC next month. The Sacred Reunion DLC is scheduled to launch on 4 April and bringing with it 3 new playable characters, including Ranzau, 2 new game modes, online cooperative play, and new upgrades. You can check out a brief overview trailer of the extensive free new DLC for the Nintendo Switch family of systems down below. It's probably in this. Oh, this one, dude? The Devil Within? This? Yeah, I'll link this for you. My bad. I meant to do that. That was my fault. Here, I got you. There you go. Check that out. There you go. Says the guy that went, Helldivers 2 is too hard. I can't play this. I'm gonna need a Wii fund. Yo. Let's watch this. Eat dust, McChicken.
I'll make this quick.
I'll make this quick. Dude, that music's so iconic.
Brace yourself.
Oh, the one before me? Anime type graphics. Yeah, we'll watch Summer Games Fest. Mainly just to make fun of Jeff Keighley as an industry puppet and to check out new announcements for games and stuff. Yeah, give me a second, Davey. I'll see if I can grab it. Yeah, who cares about Call of Duty, dude? Call it trash can. Better than this? No, it's not. I'm willing to bet you this game's rated higher than Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is. Rise of the Ronin actually looks good. What was it? The Eiyuden Chronicles stuff? Is this what you were talking about? "100 Heroes"? This wasn't like a side scroller. This was like RPG stuff. That's why. Oh, okay. There you go, buddy. Yeah, Eiyuden Chronicles. There's a YouTube video in there for it and stuff too. So hopefully that'll be what you need, man. April, what'd they say, 16th or something like that? Yeah. There's a lot of people waiting on that one, man. Let's see what we got here. Read Only Memories Neurodiver confirms May release. Croas Worldwide have confirmed the official release date of Read Only Memories. Let's see here. As this game will arrive in May. Read Only Memories Neurodiver set for May 16th. We've seen a little bit of this released on PC and consoles. Follow up to 2064 Read Only Memories, featuring new characters and mechanics. Explore Neo San Francisco, dive into memories, and track the elusive Golden Butterfly. Uncover multiple endings using the deep dive mechanic to solve the core mystery. Let's take a look at this real quick. Bruh.
I've got a hunch things are beginning to fall into place.
Yeah, Rise. You mean Rise of the Ronin? Is that what you're talking about?
Before. Nothing.
Rise of the Ronin looks good. It does. Looks pretty solid.
Neurodivers launching!
Looks like it could be good, man. They're really marketing that right now heavily too. Pushing that hype train, boy.
What do you mean, psychic attack? Is something wrong with my brain?
Finally, we get to leave Minerva's campus.
Interesting. Oh, a Eiyuden Chronicle Rising. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, that one looks like there's a lot of hype around that too. There's a lot of people been waiting on that. It does look good. Sorry, my bad. Cool. There you go. There's that. Game is supposed to be released for PC via Steam, all three major consoles on May 16th. All right. If you need to read more out of this article, here you go. Yeah. All right, here's Soup's Copium coming up, dude. PS5 Pro could be the only place you can play GTA 6 at 60 frames until the PC version arrives, which will be the best version, let's be honest here, okay? We all know that. Did you expect 60 frames on the base PS? Wait 10 years? No way, dude. Get out of here. It's not going to take 10 years. Who wants to play this game anyways, dude? What a piece of garbage coming from Rockstar. Play GTA 6 at 60 frames. Only probably on the PS5 Pro until the PC version arrives. Can the PS5 and PS5 Pro run Grand Theft Auto 6 at a smooth 4K 60 frames? How powerful is the rumored PS5 Pro anyway? Yeah, we've already kind of talked about what got leaked yesterday. This is what you can expect from the PS5 Pro. 8K resolution, but you're only going to be topping out at about 30 frames. 4K resolution at 60 frames. 1440p at 120 frames. You can see the rest of the stuff. 4x ray tracing, things of that nature. Gaming world, the heated debates about 60 frames per second has never been so historically prevalent as it is now. At least not before the 2020 console generation hit with the November launch of PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Okay, maybe we'll include the Series S as well. Look, we just had this whole conversation, dude. I've got a YouTube video up about, you know, if you think that frames don't matter, dude, I've got news for you. They do. They're not always going to matter as much in certain genres of games as others, but I'll tell you this. Any developer, you know, that's going to try and pull the wool over your eyes and be like, frames don't really matter, they're lying to you. The more stable, higher frame rate you get in any piece of software, the better. That's just a fact. There's no debating that. It is what it is. Higher frames, stable, higher frames are always going to be better than stable, lower frames. That's just a fact. It is what it is. People can debate that all day long, but it's a legitimate fact that the more frames you have, the better it is, right? So I've talked about it. There's your link. Go take a look at it. I mean, I'll explain in depth why that is in that article, but you know, the Grand Theft Auto 6 is arriving only on consoles in 2025. Might just end up being the biggest and probably most sold entertainment product of all time. The reveal trailer is currently the second most viewed video game trailer, raking in almost 181 million views at the time of writing. It put Minecraft on the number 3 spot with over 168 million, and currently it's only beaten by some very old Subway Surfers videos, of which the most viewed one hit the 361 million mark. Because the number 1 video is from September of 2012, the first GTA 6 trailer from December of 2023 might surpass it in 12 years. My hunch is that when the second trailer hits, garnering close to, if not over 100 million views in the first 24 hours, it will set off a chain reaction that will raise the first Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer by as much as half its total view count. Record crushing aside, let's talk geeky tech stuff now. From what we've seen so far, the game runs at 1440p 30 frames on consoles, but some evidence suggests that ray tracing was enabled. The pixel counting wizards from the Digital Foundry YouTube channel pointed this out. If true, this could mean GTA 6 might also have a 60 frames per second performance mode somewhere in the graphic settings, as it should. Now, for the tinfoil hat theories. First, Rockstar Games confirmed that the game will only arrive at launch on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S entertainment systems. Given that they used the plural systems, this could mean that the gameplay from the trailer could have been running on the upcoming PS5 Pro and not the standard PS5 or Xbox Series X. Most likely not. Because the PS5 Pro leaks say it can't handle ray tracing graphics up to 4 times better than the base PS5, maybe it could handle GTA 6 at 60 frames, ray tracing and all, while the trailer is capped at 30 frames. In other words, the gameplay we saw is most probably running on the standard console versions. Digital Foundry has also said this is more likely to be the case than the trailer running on a PS5 Pro. The allegedly leaked specs for the PS5 Pro show that it has 33.5 teraflops of power, a 3 times increase compared to the standard PS5 with 10 teraflops. For those that don't speak fluent geek, that would be nerd. Fluent nerd. Think of teraflops like horsepower, but for consoles. The more you have, the better the games run at higher resolutions and frame rates. So given that the Pro version is at least 3 times more powerful and the GTA 6 trailer was at 1440p 30 frames, the math doesn't really pan out. If it was running on the Pro at a max 1440p 30 frames, then a standard PS5 should roughly, but mathematically correct, run the game at a third of that resolution with severely impaired frame rate. It's completely out of the question given that games like Horizon Forbidden West on PS5 can hit native 4K at 30 frames, or 1800p at 60 frames using some upscaling magic. If the PS5 Pro is 3 times more powerful, that would result in a much higher resolution and frame rate on the PS5 Pro, ray tracing or not. Now, could we also dream about GTA 6 hitting a locked 120 frames performance mode on PS5 Pro, especially with the new PSSR, PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution Upscaling Solution? Well, it's more of a pipe dream. An NVIDIA RTX 4060 Ti has 22 teraflops, an NVIDIA RTX 4070 has 29 teraflops, and a 4070 Super clocks in at 36 teraflops. So the 33.5 teraflops PS5 Pro is between the last two. So somewhere between an NVIDIA 4070 and a 4070 Super, right? On a PC, even with some graphical downgrades and heavy lifting on the upscaling software, it's very unlikely to hit a constant 120 frames with such a GPU, let alone on a console with above medium graphical settings. Power revolves around the PS5's CPU and changes made there, not just the GPU doing the work. A supposed 8K mode update is planned for the console's future, although that's an entirely different conversation in and of itself, given that 8K is 4 times 4K. This marketing feature is, at best case scenario, upscaling native 4K or 5 to 6K in some games to 8K. But consoles are at least a generation away from handling true 8K. Not to mention that people haven't even fully adopted 4K displays. Actually, if you go, especially on the PC side, if you go look at the PC side, most people aren't even, fully adopting 1440p yet. So, console side might be different. We would need to look at all those stats, but there are still a lot of people that haven't even, it's getting more heavily adopted, but a lot of people haven't even gone all the way into adopting into 4K yet for even the PC side of stuff, where, graphically, it's much more viable hardware-wise to hit 4K. A February Steam hardware, and well, they're going to talk about it right here, reveals that 58.82% of users have full high def. Only 1080p monitors. 18.99% have 1440p monitors, and only 3.54% of Steam users have 4K screens. Like I was just talking about. The world isn't nearly equipped for 8K. The hardware technology is not there yet, including PC graphics cards, nor are the TVs and 8K content widespread enough. Even current games running at 8K on a RTX 4090 crash and burn. They're not optimized to run at that resolution. In short, don't expect to hear GTA 6 and 8K in the same sentence unless the words PC, NVIDIA 5000 series, and DLSS are nestled in between somewhere. Consoles usually help market next-gen TVs with hype and buzzwords, but we're far removed from that future moment. PlayStation 5 Pro leaks suggest that PSSR can perform the same visual magic and frame rate gain we've seen from DLSS, where I constantly get between 25 and 35 frames at the quality option. Not to mention the minimum 30 to 50 plus frames I get on my RTX 4080 at balanced performance and ultra performance. Rendering should also be 45% faster on the PS5 Pro, so when you take all that power and upscaling technology, paired with the fact that Rockstar Games allegedly has been working on GTA 6 for the past 10 years, who knows what sort of optimized beast we're looking at. I'm not a betting man, but with PSSR involved, I could see GTA 6 on PS5 Pro running close to native 4K at 60 frames. The good news is that a PS5 Pro seems likely to hit this holiday season, while Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out sometime in 2025. We can only hope Rockstar Games has a 60 frames mode ready for the most hardcore players. If not, there's always the PC version on the horizon, possibly in 2026. And for those of you wondering why a mid-gen Xbox isn't part of the discussion, it's because the leaks and rumors suggest there won't be one. Microsoft's Xbox president, Sarah Bond, said they're working on a next-gen console that will be the largest technical leap. Right. So, take away what you will from that. I think that your best hope here is that, if you get out the gate from Rockstar with GTA 6 on a PS5 Pro, 4K at 60 frames, you're doing good. You're doing good. That's a pretty solid graphical fidelity at a pretty nice frame rate. And I think that they probably will have performance mode in there and stuff like that. This was a pretty nice article. And there's a lot of theory crafting involved in here as to what the PS5 Pro is bringing to the table and what potentially GTA 6 will be bringing to the table, and meshing all that together. But it's a pretty solid argument here for what to expect, and I agree with it. If you need more, because I know you do, Soup will be reading this article over and over and over and over and over and all day long, just drooling over it, you know. Let's keep going with some GTA 6 stuff. So segueing from one GTA 6 article into another, Grand Theft Auto 6's second trailer rumors explained. More copium. That's right, dude. As discussion is beginning to wane around Grand Theft Auto 6's record-breaking reveal trailer, rumors are starting to spread around its next one. God, that car is sick, dude. The first GTA 6 trailer focused on Vice City and the new female protagonist, Lucia, setting the stage for a unique gaming experience. Rumors suggest the next trailer will focus on male protagonist Jason, potentially shedding light on his role in the game. If he's not wearing a Jason mask, it's a fail. Rockstar's website update added a playlist section for GTA 6 3 months after its reveal trailer, hinting that more footage for the highly anticipated game could be imminent. Yep, GTA 6 has been considered one of the most anticipated video game projects ever since the release of its predecessor in 2013. The recent reveal trailer for the title has only boosted this anticipation even further. The first trailer for GTA 6 released last December largely focused on reintroducing fans to the wacky world of Vice City, as well as the franchise's first major female protagonist, Lucia, and basically is just revolving around the sentiment of Florida Man. You know? Rockstar titles are known for receiving several pre-release trailers, though, and Grand Theft Auto 6 will surely be no different. This early footage will allows Rockstar to slowly introduce fans to separate aspects of a title, meaning the second trailer for GTA 6 will probably have its own area of focus in the same way as the first. While official details surrounding this next GTA 6 trailer are slim, a number of rumors are already beginning to spread about what the trailer may entail. Discussion and rumors surrounding the next trailer for GTA 6 come as a result of some quiet movements by Rockstar, with the company recently making some changes to its official website. The changes saw the trailer for GTA 6 be put on Rockstar's official video category, making it the first video in a new dedicated playlist for the upcoming game. While this may not seem like a massive news at first glance, it seems odd that Rockstar is only getting around to this, given that the reveal trailer first released over 3 months ago. Dedicated GTA 6 playlist gives official confirmation that more trailers for the game are in the pipeline, and some fans now believe the next reveal for the game is right around the corner thanks to this housekeeping on Rockstar's part. In terms of the rumored content for GTA 6's next trailer, many rumors sensibly point towards the game's male protagonist being its focal point. The reveal trailer took the first steps of diving into Lucia's background and her ties to the criminal underworld, but her relationship with the game's other protagonist was also given a lot of screen time. While not officially confirmed by Rockstar, the extensive leaks that GTA 6 faced in September of 2022 named this male protagonist as Jason. Like the three protagonists of Grand Theft Auto 5, it is likely that Lucia and Jason will share similar amounts of screen time and overall importance in GTA 6, so it makes sense that Jason would be the subject of his own dedicated trailer in the near future. Past rumors allege that Jason and Lucia belong to the same gang, although many others point towards them being a Bonnie and Clyde-inspired duo instead. In the next GTA 6 trailer does focus on Jason, then fans would finally get an answer to this question, and Rockstar may even leave hints regarding the rumors of Jason secretly being an undercover police officer in GTA 6's story. The gaming sphere has been desperate for more information surrounding GTA 6 ever since its initial trailer, and Rockstar's recent website update makes it seem like a second trailer is seemingly right around the corner. It'll be big news when it hits, as anything GTA 6 is, right? So we'll keep our eyes and ears peeled for whenever that's going to drop, and see what we get next from Rockstar and GTA 6. Last and not least, Zenless Zone Zero. If anybody has anything else to add to our video gaming news segment this morning that maybe I haven't covered today or in the past news segments, let me know, and we'll look at it, address it before we move on and start playing games for the rest of the day, okay? But this is the final article I have for today, March 17th. Zenless Zone Zero amplifying test registrations are open for entry into new redo. If you guys don't know what Zenless Zone Zero is, we'll watch this. This is the new game coming from MiHoYo. That is the same developer behind like Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail, right? It looks very good, and quite potentially be trying it out here in the channel once it releases. It does look like they're giving people the ability to register for maybe testing the game out and stuff. So let's take a bit of a look. If you haven't seen it yet, we've looked at a lot of trailers for the game ourselves, but let's dive in here. Get a peek if you're not familiar. It doesn't look like they're going to show much here. Nice. Yeah, they're showing a little bit of combat. It's very pretty. The game looks good. There are much more extensive trailers out there. If you get on YouTube, go look for some Zenless Zone Zero trailers. You'll get to see some extensive gameplay, stuff like that. Be prepared. This is going to be your traditional gotcha mechanics in this game, things like that. So you need to be prepared for that. But MiHoYo, HoYoverse, they do a pretty solid job of developing these kinds of games, and it's looking good. Hold on to your bang boo. HoYoverse just opened signups for the Zenless Zone Zero amplifying test. Detailed over on the official website and in social posts earlier this morning, studio behind gargantuan hit Genshin Impact and turn-based adventure Honkai Star Rail confirmed that players looking to go hands-on with the latest title can expect a new round of closed beta testing, a whole host of updates, and plenty of changes in New Eridu. Registrations are already open for the Urban Fantasy ARPG, and anybody looking to play at being a proxy can head over to the official website, put their name down now. Players will be able to pick up the challenge of this brand new IP and play across PC, iOS, and Android. This game is coming to PS5 as well, and although a PS5 version will arrive on launch, Team Blue will have to wait to sample the dangers that await in this new world. The latest look at Zenless Zone Zero will bring a whole host of changes and updates compared to the previous outings. While we were wildly enthusiastic during our Gamescom 2023 hands-on, the new slice of action will include a NE character, new factions, combat changes, modified exploration systems, and more. Improvements. One of the most divisive parts of 2023's test was the TV wall. HoYo has promised that players should find the hollow board much improved this time around. Thanks to a significant update of the HDD system, exploration should be far more efficient. We know that this means players will be able to leap straight into a combat challenge known as Shiyu Defense, along with a series of combat missions without too many prerequisite steps. The intent is to unlock challenging boss battles with minimal steps. What else that might include is largely unknown right now. Combat has also been tweaked to feel more dynamic, allowing a more intense experience for all levels of players. Bang boos are also far deadlier now too. These unusual companions will feature a newly developed combat technique, Bang Boo chain attacks. The explosive backdrop of New Eridu will also play host to a brand new character, Zhu Yuan, is that correct? I might have butchered that. And a new faction, New Eridu Public Security Criminal Investigation Special Response Team. Jesus! Say that 10 times fast. If you've been busy preparing for Honkai Star Rail version 2.1 update or off to check out the Genshin Impact Nature Trail, there's still plenty of time to check out Zenless Zone Zero. This round of testing, doesn't appear to have a set date quite yet, and a full release is expected to arrive later this year. ZZZ is a very different proposition to either of HoYo's smash hits, set in an urban landscape that's a little more modern landscape than Mondstadt. New Eridu stands as a thriving hub of humanity against a backdrop of cataclysm, with tears in reality causing a near collapse of civilization. This holdout of humanity uses especially skilled individuals to traverse these occurrences and keep the city running smoothly. What sounds like a simple fetch and carry job is riddled with ferocious enemies, massive boss fights, and an action combat system that blew us away in previous encounters. The best way to experience the Zenless Zone Zero amplifying test is to head over to the official website, which is linked right here, and put your name down now. All right. So there are links here. You can get in and try and test the game yourself. All right. Remember, the test is not going to include PS5, only PC and mobile, which would be Android and iOS devices. Okay. But it is releasing on PS5 on full release. And that's the jam, my peoples. Happy Sunday. Awesome news segment. Thanks to everybody that contributed. And we're going to go play games for the rest of the day. So, if anybody's been hanging out or maybe watching this VOD later on and you're not familiar with what we do, we are live 6 days a week, every day but Wednesday. We begin with video gaming news. Like we are summing up right now, we try to stay current on what's happening in the industry as a whole, game releases, studio changes, whether it be startups, studios that are shutting down, layoffs in the industry, because that's been a hot topic, all kinds of stuff, you name it. We try to promote a healthier industry for ourselves as video gaming enthusiasts and consumers, and shine a spotlight, if you will, on some of the nastier companies in the industry that are doing us wrong. You know, we try to stay current on what's happening all the way around, and if you can dig that, come be a part of what we do. Excuse me. Every day after we finish, we go on and play games for the rest of the day. We've got an awesome community of people here, always continuing to cultivate and promote a environment here, a community that's welcoming. We have a great time, lots of laughs, man. But it's also about forming amazing friendships, spreading good vibes, being void of negativity and toxicity, and just trying to help each other have a great time day in and day out while we hang out together and enjoy the world of video games. So if you can dig that, come be a part of what we do. We start every day at roughly 6 a.m. CST CDT, and that would be 7 a.m. Eastern or 4 a.m. Pacific. And we're always looking for more great, good peoples to be a part of what we do, man. So other than that, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind. We're not done here. We've got a whole day of video game play ahead of us. I don't know what we're playing yet. Maybe some Vermintide. Been a long time since we played that. Maybe could be some Rogue Heroes. Could be some sweaty FPS stuff. I like doing community stuff on the weekends, so we're going to dive into something. Could be Unicorn Overlord. Who knows? But Dragon's Dogma 2 is coming this coming Friday, so we've got a few days left before that hits, and we'll just keep jamming out with what we got until that time comes. But I'm going to run us an outro real quick to kind of sum up this news segment. Stream's going to stay live, and you guys don't go anywhere, because as soon as this outro is over, I'll be right back, and we'll start getting ready for gameplay, okay? You guys rock. Happy Sunday. Be right back.